you will see the red button that we are live in a few seconds, and I will confirm if it's true or not. Give it a sec. It seems we are getting live, right? And I already see that we have already few community members watching us on YouTube, our live stream right now, and our wonderful Hima, head of community management, is in the live chat as well. So welcome everyone, and happy to greet you in our next AMA session, live AMA session with AlphaMind and XProtocol community. And today we have Peter Huang, who is the co-founder and CEO at XProtocol and XForge, and we will tell you more today about it. Hi, Peter.
Hi, everyone, for having me here.
Thanks so much for joining us. And Peter is joining us from Vietnam right now, and we have Kate, co-founder and CBDO at AlphaMind, joining us from Spain. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Nelly. Hi, Peter. Yeah, guys, always a pleasure being here. Hi, guys, everyone who's watching us on YouTube.
Wonderful. And as agreed, we are focusing today on AMA session, which means that it's not just an interview, it's an opportunity for the community to ask Peter any questions they may have about XProtocol, about XForge, and about KICK token or anything else related to the project. But before we go to the questions from the community, we will use the privilege, being co-founders at AlphaMind, to ask our own questions. And of course, first of all, and by the way, here I am aligned with a lot of community members who asked about your vision. So Peter, can you please tell us about big vision behind XProtocol, and please try to nail it to make it very easy for everyone. Does not mean crypto savvy guy or just a newbie to understand what you are building in the whole scope, because your project is really huge.
Gotcha. Sure. So maybe I'll give a brief overview of what XProtocol and XForge is. XProtocol, it's an decentralized network superchain, in short, DePIN superchain, which is designed to make Web3 adoption more and devs. And our flagship product, XForge, is the first DePIN smartphone that combines hardware with a robust ecosystem to bring passive rewards and decentralized technology into the user base worldwide. So it was created to address that exact gap between decentralized infrastructure and mass adoption of Web3 technology, of crypto, essentially. And our vision is to make it more accessible and practical for everyone while solving the critical issues in the digital entertainment and infrastructure space. So we were inspired by two main challenges. The first one is accessibility itself. So blockchain and the tech is often very complex, and current solutions don't really cater, not all of them cater to the average user. So we want to create the tools like the XForge smartphone that simplify that Web3 interaction and first user onboarding as well, which is why 30% of our buyers are actually Web2 users who have not onboarded into Web3 before. We get a lot of questions, how to set up the wallet, how to run the nodes as well. So that was kind of the first touch point into Web3. So the second challenge that we are in problem that we have been addressing is infrastructure limitation. So traditional systems like scalability, speed, and user ownership. So with the DePIN approach model, it ensures that users can actively participate in decentralized works while earning the passive rewards from the most used device, which is the smart.
That is big indeed. And Peter, I just wanted to clarify, does it mean that hypothetically XProtocol can become the most truly decentralized superchain, because all the nodes will be run by people worldwide who are owning devices, right?
Yeah, so incidentally, which is not our first objective, we might realize blockchain. that is powered by the physical devices themselves. But having said that, we want to stay blockchain agnostic itself, because we also want to work with other chains as well. End of this month, we have the collaboration potentially with Solana and other chains as well that we'll be announcing as well. And we want the community members from all the other ecosystems to also enjoy the benefits of using our device.
It reminds me, you remember the TV show Silicon Valley with, yeah, you remember it?
Yes, yeah, yes.
And
a lot of things in Silicon Valley show are relatable to the real life circumstances of the founders in Silicon Valley. And I could attest to that when talking to some of the founders during my previous startup at Y Combinator.
Is it what actually inspired you to build XProtocol? Because it has a lot of cross-pollinations. I mean, mobile nodes, yeah, decentralized internet, which is run on mobile devices. Is it something like this?
Yes, I remember the ending of Silicon Valley, and the first 2 seasons were quite good as well. They reflected, I would say, real life situations of the relationship between founders, the community investors, and technology, and the people are building itself. It's definitely a great show. That show hasn't specifically inspired me as well, but a lot of the things that are portrayed in the show, as regards to the Silicon Valley environment, it's pretty real.
Yeah, I love it so much, guys. If you did not watch the show yet, by the way, watch it. And I again greet everyone who is watching us on YouTube. I see that every minute we have new members joining. And feel free also to drop your questions in the live chat, because if we will have some time left, we will definitely try to answer additional questions to those who already asked them in Discord channel. Meanwhile, Kate, your turn.
Yeah. I've just unmuted myself because, yeah, indeed, Peter, thanks a lot for elaborating on the vision part. I believe there are going to be lots of a bit trickier questions later on from our community that we've collected. But yeah, a big part of it is actually founded by the vision of XProtocol, so that was super important. And I just wanted to remind everyone that, I mean, today's AMA is a perfect timing, because literally we are wrapping up our SmartWhitelist process these days, which will be active until Sunday, this Sunday. Not sure about the date. I think this is going to be the 12th of January. Yeah, exactly, this Sunday. So take your opportunity, guys, to participate in the SmartWhitelist process. This is the first mover advantage that we're doing with XProtocol, where you're able to pre-order your allocations right now without having to wait, without having to monitor when the IDO will start, and do it calmly right now, right there on the platform. And yeah, keep us posted and be in touch for the upcoming IDO, which will kick off on Monday. So we will provide further announcements in the nearest time possible. And right now, yeah, let's just continue with the next questions.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. And let's jump right away into questions from the community. Before that, guys, let me say the following. As usually, we will have a prize for the best 3 questions. Peter, at the end of the AMA session, will choose which questions are most interesting, thoughtful, or maybe provocative. I don't know what is his taste about. And we will grant the winners with a fat, juicy karma bonus from AlphaMind. But we also have a very special prize from XProtocol. Peter, would you like to announce which prize for the best questions you will give?
Yes, so we'll be giving out. It's going to be 1 node for the winning question.
Wow, that's awesome! 1 Xardian node, right?
Yes, that will be 1 Xardian node that people can run straight away to earn XKit rewards as well. And yeah, there will be some instructions how to run it and how to claim it after this session.
Guys, it's just awesome. One Xardian node for the top question today, and it's an amazing opportunity because you can run Xardian node not only on the device, on the XForge phone, but I guess you can also run it just using web browser, right?
Yeah, you can run it using your PC. So we have Xardian software already running. Actually, Helium just integrated us as well, so you can see it from Xardian nodes running across different locations, which is pretty cool as well. So yeah, initially and up until the device, you can run it on your PC or on the VPN or on NodeOps, Node as a service provider. And when the X phone is delivered, run it with 20% boost on the devices.
Wow, guys, if you did not order XForge device yet, go to AlphaMind, do your pre-order for the upcoming IDO, and if you hit $800 allocation in KICK tokens, you will receive your device, one Xardian node, and if your question for an AMA session today will be chosen by Peter as the best one, you will get one more Xardian node. Actually, if I remember correctly, on one device, you can run up to 20 nodes, right?
Yes, it's recommended to run up to 20 nodes. We also want to incorporate at least two other projects as well, running light nodes on the device. So it's recommended for our own XProtocol nodes, 20 nodes are cap for each phone.
I think that's hot. Okay, let's jump to the questions. The user with the nickname OXLappy, sorry if I pronounce it in the wrong way, is asking, can you expand more on what are key advantages of doing L3 on top of base? So actually, XProtocol is positioned as layer 3 on top of base blockchain, rather than doing your own L2 on the superchain. And what are the disadvantages of this approach, if any? So I think it's a very good question. Please elaborate.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, so there are two advantages, really. The first one is scalability and efficiency. Building on top of base allows us to leverage the scalability of that layer 2, but L2 itself, it's quite limited in terms of transactions per second. I think the best L2s are performing up to between 50 to 100 TPS, whereas with the structure on the L3, there is a possibility of exceeding 1,000 transactions per second. So achieving Solana level kind of speeds on EVM as well, sacrificing the security of the chain itself, which is the second benefit. By leveraging Base, and Base inherits Ethereum's robust security model, giving the trusted foundation for the entire ecosystem model that we've been building. So scalability and efficiency of building an L3, while also leveraging the underlying security of the Ethereum network on which Base is built on.
Awesome, Peter. Yeah, thanks a lot for elaborating. I hope, yeah, this answers the question of XLappy. Actually, he or she asked another very solid question, so I would like to address this one as well. The specifics on the phone on your website are not very detailed. However, they mentioned 4G enabled, but not 5G, which is the current technology. 4G is a bit outdated. Why is this limitation? Wouldn't it affect performance, network availability, and speed, especially for the operation of the nodes? Since Nelly touched a point about the running of the nodes on the phone, I think this is a very solid question as well.
Yeah, that's a quick question. So the decision to support 4G only on the phone itself was driven by two factors, essentially. The first one, it's the performance optimization for the nodes. So the operation of XForge as a node does not require an ultra high speeds of 5G itself. The development for running is already optimized for 4G speeds, which is sufficient itself. We also wanted to keep the phone, I would say, more affordable, with a more affordable range, like $299 as well. And we just didn't see that there is a need to upgrade to 5G. So secondly, there is also a potential global accessibility issue. So while 5G is growing, 4G is still the most widely available an accessible network worldwide. So many developing regions where Web3 adoption is still growing, they rely on 4G infrastructure. So by supporting 4G, we still ensure that the phone can reach to a broader user without alienating the potential adopters in the region with limited 5G availability. But having said that, for the future, obviously we want to stay in touch with latest tech as it allows. So we recognize the importance of staying, I'd say, future proof. So a 5G enabled version of XForge is already on our roadmap for the future versions of the phone. So that we can evolve it while retaining the affordability and accessibility of the initial release.
Since we are talking about the device, I would love to drop the question from the live chat on YouTube right now. The user Zafar Cassini is asking about if Xardian Node can be run not only on XForge smartphone, but on any smartphone actually. And he's also asking what would be the hardware requirements, if any, for other smartphones.
Yeah, so users won't be able to run on any other smartphone. So they will be able to run it on PC, virtual private server, not as a service provider itself. The only smartphone people run it on its XForge as well. So there will be a standard application installed that will be available on Google Play as well. Users will need to verify that they own the XForge phone by completing certain steps in inputting the email number, which is unique to each phone as well, to make sure that you can only use that device for the purpose of mining itself. So that's it, and we also incentivize the distribution of.
First of all, I love how it sounds, the mining farm in your pocket. That's amazing. Second, Zafar, so answering your question, not other smartphones, but XForge only for mining, for node running, etc. But you can use any laptop actually. That is a modern laptop with not that big tech requirements, correct, Peter?
Yes, you can use any modern laptop. The requirement it's 8 GB RAM minimum requirement itself. Most of our users are actually bigger users who run like larger amount of nodes. They prefer to run it themselves. A big chunk of our audience are miners as well. North America, Japan, Singapore. But if you just have, people usually would choose either to run it on or run it on that's a service, costs I think less than a few dollars a month. Yeah, it's not that expensive to run it because the gas fees are on base as well, so they are very much affordable.
By the way, Peter, I don't know, maybe it's only on my side, but it seems you are breaking up very often with your internet connection. So is it possible maybe to switch the Wi-Fi to some more solid one? If it's just possible. If not, it's also
yeah, okay. Let me switch to another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also experienced some glitches on Peter's side, so it's not only you, Nelly.
Oh, okay. I just want to ensure that all our community does not miss anything that you say.
How about now? Is it better?
Yeah, I think so. Should be better.
Yeah.
Let's try and move on anyway. We'll get to know once once we continue. So Peter, moving on with the next question. So I wanted to address the one from Amen 65456 with a question: does XProtocol support staking? If yes, how does your staking system work? What is the requirement for users if they want to stake on your platform?
Yeah, so at launch, we plan to enable staking right away. We haven't announced any specific APIs which will be associated with it, but we do plan to have some sort of point system to be able to measure the amount of time that people stake as well. I think people might have seen it with different projects, Imlan, Pixelmon, a few others that have implemented similar systems. as well. It is not set in stone yet. We already built it out. We are just thinking how to which version is the most optimized one as well. Having said that, the staking itself, it's built in our infrastructure itself with the nodes as well. So the nodes that the participating users will get within a certain threshold will also be receiving certain airdrops as well, and the stakers will also probably within certain threshold of the points, I think they will be also getting access to the airdrops that are coming. I think it's very similar to what 8-year has implemented as well, with combination of node airdrop and a staking airdrop for their token as well. And we are looking at very similar structure for our upcoming partner airdrops.
Well, that sounds like a good strategy. And speaking about strategies, the user ULK127 is asking 2 questions related to your go-to-market strategy. First of all, how you are going to overcome the competition in a DePIN vertical and expand your user base further from 1.6 million monthly users that are claimed right now towards billions of users. So how would you answer this? Or maybe I ask the second question from him as well. You have super strong partnerships with industry leaders like Helium, Doge, OKX Wallet, and so on. So how you will convert them as well to the growth of XForge and the XProtocol ecosystem?
Yeah, so those are 2 great questions that are related to growth and how partnerships affect that as well. So essentially with XForge is our wildcard, and we are focusing on the following strategies. 2025, essentially enhanced user experience, optimizing the XForge smartphone and the software to provide the seamless interaction and onboarding into the Web3 tools. Implementation of the AI agents, which is a wildcard, which might come in the next couple of weeks. We haven't announced that yet. And introduce a user-friendly interface to lower the barrier of entry for non-tech savvy users. Secondly, there is a reward mechanism, so expanding passive reward opportunities for the node operators and XForge holders and the stakers that I just mentioned, by creating a compelling value proposition with our partnerships and incubated projects as well. Geographic expansion itself, the target has to be targeted as well. Currently, we are quite big on the developed markets as well, which was surprising for us. Our thesis was we would be very big in developing countries, but developed countries turned out to be a very dominant, I would say, market for us as well. But we are looking to, I think in terms of the potential scaling to millions of users, which leads to that question, how do we scale beyond that 1.5 million users? I think the developing markets in Southeast Asia, Africa, Latin America, where also the mobile phone is the dominant tool and the blockchain adoption is rising, are the areas where we want to emphasize our growth in terms of the numbers. In terms of the revenue and expansion, developed markets are the way to go as well, because of our price point of the device, actually in the developing markets, we can capture some sense of market share from not really DePIN competition, because we don't have any competition there on the DePIN side in the smartphone, not much. There are only 2 other players which don't have significant market share in the Web3 space. We are right now in the top 3. We are actually competing with the Web2 smartphones. Those are our main competitors as well. So we are aiming to capture some market share within that smartphone vertical itself. Obviously, and also usual marketing and community engagements, like what we've been doing, and product line expansion as well. Some of our users were asking about what they can mine on the device. Unfortunately, they cannot mine like heavier things on the phone because of the limited capacity. But one of the ideas is to potentially scale it and launch our own mining as well with certain partnerships that we might have as well, like a separate dedicated mining device if there is a demand for it in the future, as well as associated products as well. One of our investors is Razer, one of the largest gaming hardware players out there with a huge product line, great story as well in terms of growth and building in the digital and in the building and the entertainment kind of sector, building the first gaming mouse, the first gaming keyboard. And we are looking to learn a lot from them as well with the advice.
You mean learn how to gamify the user experience, or you will use a Razer capacity and power to enter some market of gaming devices for gaming, etc.?
So say both. We can learn what has worked for them and what has not worked for them because they have done it before. They know the challenges of running the hardware business. That's their business essentially as well. So we can get the advice on what to launch and if we want to launch it and what are the pitfalls and the opportunities that we need to consider as well. And we also consulted them regarding the phone, and we learned some things as well because they did try to launch their own phone 5 years ago as well. With the partnership with Razer, we are actively looking into it. Thinking about it's a large conglomerate by now, so there are certain areas that we need to follow. So it has to be a Razer branded product as well to be listed on Razer store. So there are certain ideas that we can actually implement, make it work in the future, but no promises as of now. I think the second question was with regards to partnership, right?
Yes, Dodge, Helium, and other strong players. You already elaborated on Razer, but there are much more on your pipeline, right?
Yeah, so we recently collaborated with Dodge, the Dodge team that owns the IP rights to the image of Dogecoin itself. So partnering with similar meme coins, starting with the largest one, is a great way to access that degen Web3 kind of meme community and a meme culture because people essentially vibe with the culture itself. And we want to build essentially our own cult, right, with the XForge devices, like how Apple has grown in the initial days. People were buying because of the emotions and the attachment to the brand itself. So we are looking to partner with those different communities to get into to build out our own culture, right, within XForge itself. So that's the partnership with them with different Web3 projects and meme coins. With Helium itself, it's mostly distribution. So Helium, it's the largest distributor of the DePIN devices in North America as well. So we got in touch, and here are our partners. Users in anyone in North America can actually order it from their website already as well. And they also have, and that partnership also comes with some other benefits. They have their own kind of network and the cool kind of map that shows all the DePIN devices being featured, and we are also there. And right now we are the only smartphone which is available on Helium store as well. So it's a good thing. OKX wallets, yeah, one of the largest exchanges and largest Web3 wallets. Yeah, integrating this make sure that yeah, we integrated it to essentially enlarge the audience for our game itself. The integration with the OKX wallet was with our game SmartWhitelist itself, and that's that partnership alone brought in over 100,000 new users as well. That integration itself. So that was and also build the relationship with such the big player. So essentially, all of those partnerships they are strengthening our ecosystem by increasing utility. I would say mindshare, attracting new users to our ecosystem, and at the end of the day, solidifying our position as the potential leader in the DePIN category, and also potentially getting a share of the market share of the smartphone space in the coming years. That's what we hope for and aim for.
That's sick. And by the way, related to what we just said, I have a couple of very much related questions. One is when we look at all these partnerships, we definitely can recall how much Solana phone owners earned from different airdrops and perks from partners, right? And does it mean that we who ordered KICK tokens or directly purchased the phone, the device, right? After shipping, after switching it on, we'll also see very nice, juicy, sweet bonuses in different airdrops from these partners, correct?
Yeah, so that's also one of our business model. A lot of partners will, we already signed some partners that will be airdropping the tokens to the owners. Those are mostly EVM based, but we also are, as I mentioned before, chain agnostic as well. So, and I'm dropping some alpha here. We might be dropping something even before the devices are shipped, as well in the coming, not before they are shipped as well. So we are actively working with the team as well to make it happen, and it's going to be most likely on Solana as well. So that's going to be it's going to happen before March. At least that is our target.
Guys, did you hear that? So if you are still not bullish, I'm just surprised, really. And by the way, you mentioned about full shipping. So we are expecting shipping on February, right?
So we are targeting end of February itself. There is a possibility that it may get delayed to early March because of the Chinese New Year as well. And there are some delays post the Chinese New Year. The production facilities are actually closing down end of this month. Already people are going for 2-week holiday in China. So usually people would expect all the production and manufacturing to resume sometime in the middle of February.
Yeah, that is what happens every year. And it's normal when you speak about not online business, but also some offline shipping, right? And by the way, guys, if you're interested about shipping details, I mean, if your country is eligible for shipping or not, you can always check on AlphaMind website or in our community channels in Telegram or Discord. We also published in the blog the article about XProtocol and KICK IDO, and we listed all countries which are not eligible for shipping, but it's a very, very small list, I would say, and majority of all countries in this list are either sanctioned countries or countries with very hard access to the shipping company. But for majority of countries worldwide, the shipping is available. And answering your other question that you did not ask, maybe, guys, you don't need to pay for shipping for the moment. I mean, if you participate in the SmartWhitelist or IDO on AlphaMind and order above $800 worth KICK tokens, shipping is free for you. Same if you order just the device, the phone right now on the website of XForge. We will drop the link in the description of this video after the AMA session ends. So you can always do it. And yeah, I see Hima in the community is reminding about likes. Guys, please spend a second, just put like to this video, help us to train YouTube algorithms that this is a relevant and important content so more people can watch it. And also, Peter, you mentioned that XForge is the only device that runs on Helium. And that's the question I see in the live chat from Alpha Wolf Crypto. Can we use this phone with Helium? Yeah, the answer is yes, right?
Yeah, so it's the only device that is within Helium, I would say, distribution network itself. And we have not integrated with the Helium network itself, but we are within their distribution network of the store and the DePIN. And that was the partnership with the distribution, with their distribution arm, not with Helium. But having said that, we might do like a deeper integration with Helium in the future so that people can run their own hotspots as well with XForge.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, Kate, your turn.
Nah, no worries, Nelly. I was just, yeah, fascinated to everything Peter just said. And I would say the beauty of XProtocol is that you guys have so many use cases and just so many opportunities in terms of partnerships and expansion and geographies where you can go. Because I mean, there's just a beautiful combination of hardware and software and Web3 components in general. So yeah, that's just awesome. So moving on, we still have just so many questions and both in live chat and the ones that our community in Discord sends. So I'll just go forward with Dr. S. And he's asking, what are the benefits of holding KICK token as a long-term investment? Can you tell us about the motivation benefits for investors to keep KICK token in the long run?
Sure. So the token itself is the main ecosystem token, which will have carried staking benefits. So if you stake that token, you'll be able to access the potential airdrops that come with it in the future. And this is also where the main value accrual will come from our entire ecosystem itself. We cannot time or announce any the exact time for the buybacks, essentially, to not run into, I'll say, securities laws themselves. But yeah, the buybacks will be something that we'll be looking at in the future as well, coming from our revenue as well. So value accrual, staking itself, and being part of the network. It's what will be the main, I would say, reasons why people would hold KICK token.
Sorry, I was on mute. I think we have very much related question from Hemant6547. Will users be able to earn KICK tokens by using their smartphones for crypto-related activities such as staking, mining, or participating in governments? How is the tokenomics structured? So the first question is yes, right? So we already elaborated on staking. And there will be also mining facilities through Node running and so on and so forth. How about tokenomics, Peter? Can you elaborate more? And moreover, your tokenomics was changed. So we receive, not for the summer AMA session, but in the community chats from time to time, some questions. Where is the real, fresh, very, very updated tokenomics and how does it look like?
Yeah, so yeah, it is outlined in the, I think we have updated the latest one as well. We've decided last month to change it to 100% unlock for those who participate in the public sale. There is a percentage that is being allocated to the foundation treasury. That includes the team itself with unlock to keep the team motivated with the number, not over the number of years, but the objective is essentially to bring a large floats to the community and to be circulating over time as well, because we wanted to avoid the high FDV kind of structure that we have seen in the past year as well, that didn't perform very well. Which is for that reason we have chosen close to 15% IMC at launch, with 100% unlock for the public round itself, and a slow unlock for people who have participated in the previous private strategic round of 10% unlock and 12 months unlock, obviously with a lower FDV. Itself. So the latest tokenomics can be found on our light paper. So I don't think we have changed the breakdown. We might have changed the unlock schedule, but we have not changed the breakdown in the past 3 months.
Yeah, I think the latest tokenomics is on your docs and also is in AlphaMind memo, project memo, and web page. And guys, yeah, the FDV was down to 30 million. Which is very, very good for such a scale and quality project. And Peter, just a small question. What is your logic behind reducing FDV and making recent changes?
Sure. So that low valuation model prioritizes also fairness, accessibility, and community alignments. So that the 30 million FDV was aiming at the sustainable starting points and also attract new potential buyers as well once we are live in the market. So it kind of reflects our commitment to foster a healthy growth, being the community first project, and also fostering trust and inclusivity for early adopters and early community members of XProtocol and XForge.
And if I remember correctly, right now, community can get KICK tokens even on better conditions than early VC investors that are on your cap table, correct?
Yes, venture investors, essentially. So better terms than the seed investors themselves. The reason being, yeah, for us, I think the community is everything, right? With any Web3 project, community is everything. So the funds and the investors were also fine, actually, with that structure itself. The VC investors also invested in equity as well. So they are also vested in, they have, I would say, a vested interest in us succeeding as a company and as a project as well, in addition to the token itself. So the participants in the public sale are able to do it at
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I think this is Peter's connection.
Okay, guys, so we lost Peter for a while, but I'm sure he will be back in a few minutes, so please keep patient. And while he's recovering his internet connection, Kate, maybe we can elaborate because there is another question that you can answer and I can answer.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just seeing the remaining questions, and meanwhile, just wanted to address the one from Shader. All the questions related to the product, which is awesome. The first one, I purchased the SmartWhitelist in AlphaMind XForge, which includes the phone with Node. How can I claim it? And the second one, are there any countries that the phone is restricted? So both questions can be, answers to those questions can be easily found in the blog. So guys, you should just go to the AlphaMind blog article related to the XProtocol IDO, and we have all the information, important details on the delivery, on the restriction countries, on how to claim everything in the instructions, clearly stated and also confirmed with the XProtocol team. So you will find everything in the article.
Yep, good point. Thank you, Kate, for elaborating. And by the way, Peter, are you back right now?
Yeah, I'm back.
Awesome.
okay.
We kept the community entertained.
The Wi-Fi auto switched to the other one for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, sometimes shit happens, no worries. And you were talking about your tokenomics changes and shifting to more fair, community-focused tokenomics. And just to clarify, those big tier 1 VCs on your cap table, like Dragonfly, Coin Fund, and others, they were not pissed off or heartbroken when they saw these changes, no?
No, because they are also invested in equity, essentially at the seed round itself. So they are also, they have the vested interest in the equity of the company, not only the token itself. So we adjust to the market conditions and market changes as well. I think the high FDV and low float model is already outdated in this market, and also less fair for those who are coming in later on, especially for the early community members who are just getting to know the project itself, and they should also be rewarded for being early as well. In the same on the same, I would say, round as early investors.
Awesome, Peter. Yeah, thanks a lot for elaborating. I think that was an important point as well. And just to wrap up the questions about the phone, I was elaborating early on when you were out with the internet glitch. So Shader is also asking, is there any special feature the phone has that others don't have? So maybe something super unique that XForge is differentiated by.
Yes. So functionality-wise, what we have outlined before, so passive earning rewards system itself by auditing the phone. That's the one thing. And the second thing is also the phone design. Now you just asked me about the latest one. Actually, unfortunately, we are still waiting for the latest samples of the phone to arrive, but the design itself is going to be also unique as well. It's not a typical phone that you find on the shelf. We have made very much customized design that looks, let's say, different and more unique. You also have that cultish kind of feel to it as well. So we can
Oh,
wait to
really? That's
wait
cool
to
because all the modern
can
smartphones, they look very similar to each other. So I really look forward to see your new design if it differs from all the rest. Can you give us some teaser?
we are going to publish the trailer with the design probably sometime at Denver next month. So if
Okay.
there's anyone from the community going to Denver, we are going to be there. We are going to be sponsoring a few events. And we are putting together a large DePIN event with 2,000 people there as well, and we'll be probably demoing that device while there as well. We are not ready to show it yet, but I think people are going to love it.
And you were telling about other features. So except design, what other very unique features we will find in the phone, or maybe applications, or what will be there special?
Yeah, so yeah, essentially the Web3 applications as well. So the typical wallets that people would find, which are pre-installed, it's going to be like essentially a crypto native DGen phone, right? And all the applications that you use, the applications of some of our DePIN partners, which we have partnered with, which are going to also airdrop to the holders who are going to be pre-installed as well. And so obviously our node operation function itself to earn the passive rewards, which is built in our application. The OS itself, it's Android phone, so we don't want to. We were thinking about building our own OS ZK based, but that would be too complicated to do, and we would need to build the entire everything again. And I actually had a friend who was backed by A16Z was offering to build a unique ZK-based OS as well. So like go full DGen on that one, but then that would affect potential adoption of the device because this is not something that people are used to. And for us, the objective is mass adoption devices. So we didn't want to reinvent the wheel. We'll just use Android and there will be a Google Play Store that's available to use any other application there.
That's cool. I am truly looking forward to receive my device. Can't stay waiting. I will definitely do some kind of unpacking video when I have it. So next question. Oh my God, I love this question. The user Ditaya asks about how does XProtocol plan to integrate artificial intelligence technologies to enhance user experience and improve platform security?
Yeah, I just want to, to recognize another similar question from the live chat from Agent CDO asking what's the role of AI agents in XProtocol. So this topic is very interesting, I would say.
Gotcha. That's a very good question as well. I'm of the opinion that DePIN and AI, they are very much intertwined with each other. It's going to, in the perfect world for us, DePIN will be powering certain AI applications, which is why decentralized computing providers, A-tier as well, they are also going into that space itself. We are going to partner with some AI infrastructure companies. We'll probably announce it in the next couple of weeks, actually, as well. XForge devices right now, they cannot serve as the compute providers for the AI because they are too light for that. But in the future, if we were to launch our own kind of mining, a device, like a full-fledged mining device, this device would be able to potentially power it as well. But that the scale would be, I would say, different. Our focus right now is to grow the smartphone line because that's like a huge separate business that we want to target as well with a huge potential of adoption itself. AI application, obviously, we implement it internally within I would say, the system that we have built in. AI agents and the end automation as well. And how we are partnering, how we are going to leverage it is by partnering with other AI projects with specific focus on AI agents and AI agents infrastructure. It's well which we see the biggest synergies to come, not from the deep integration side, but from the partnership angle side itself. And because that partnership side will have the biggest benefits to our holders and to our community the most as well. And yeah, I cannot disclose much, but we'll be announcing some stuff in the coming weeks in that direction with that team.
Come on, you can't leave us that intrigued. Give us at least something. So you mean in the next few weeks, we will have some first AI agents running on XProtocol, right?
Yes, there'll be some AI agents that might have potentially partnered with us. I don't want to overpromise things. I think that announcement is bigger than that people expect as well. But we want to have everything in place and everything in order before we roll out that exact announcement. So, but that should not be too long as well. It should be in the coming weeks.
Okay, I see. The good project always under promises and over delivers, and that is what you are trying to do, and that's amazing. But I think that this intriguing teaser is really, really cool, especially considering that we see all this hype around AI agents, and it definitely is the new wave after the meme hype. How it will evolve, we don't know. But maybe just a small question from my side. What is the major practical use case of AI agent running on XForge device, for example?
Yeah, so there might be certain automations of the task that people can do. So people can pre-program certain functions, or we can use the agent to pre-program certain functions to optimize it to the user itself and the user preferences, how they want to use the device itself. I'm curious also how Apple. I'm watching like the other smartphone players how they are integrating AI agents into that, and I'm pretty sure that we are going to see that in the coming 2 years as well. For us, what we are looking at it's the working with the projects which are building the infrastructure for the agents and also the agents themselves that can be potentially integrated with the phone, but not necessarily immediately improve certain processes as well. I think we are still in very early stage. There is a lot of things that we don't understand what is the impact of it. I see a lot of people being hand wavy about it. On the crypto side, people are excited because there's so many tokens kind of increasing in value, or they are doing well, or they are volatile as well. There's a correction, and then the next day it goes like 10 times up as well. There's like early pinnings of which is what crypto has experienced before coin mania as well. For us, we are looking at the long-term kind of beneficial applications as well, because those will be the main value drivers and the growth drivers for us and the community and for our devices and the ecosystem that we want to innovate over time.
I love how you answer this question, and I completely agree with you and want to send a small message to our community, guys. Exactly, AI agents is potentially a huge topic. However, please be careful. Don't fall into hype too much. because it's all about real use case, and if this or that AI agent has any tokens about token utility. Because what we see right now on the market is that AI agents is exactly same memes without real utility, without real use case, and just creating very short hype and then pump and dump typical, candles, and that's it. So it's a very, very high risk. Sounds solid, yeah, AI agents, not something like shitty. But in reality, please do your own research and don't run into hype. Definitely hot narratives should be followed, but never lose your mind in running into hype. Look at what Peter said, long-term utility, potential, and meat on the bones, yeah, some substance behind it. Yeah, great point, Peter. Thank you.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more, Nelly, on this point as well. And yeah, I believe have just a couple of minutes left. So Peter, we do not plan to torture you more with questions. You've been sweating for an hour here, but just yeah, we have like a couple of technical questions as well in our live stream chat. So I'm just gonna address a few, and maybe you can also point where we can redirect the users so they can read the technical documentation on how to use the phone, how to run the nodes, if you guys have any. So for example, Zafar Kazimi is asking, Peter just said that most of the current users are using multiple nodes for mining. So how XProtocol are planning to protect small farmers who are having less than 5 nodes?
Yeah, that's protection of the small farmers versus the larger whales who hold a lot of nodes. I think we have fairly good distribution. We don't have I think we have one guy or girl who has a lot of nodes as well, but it's not a huge chunk of, it's a couple of percent of the supply, which is not us as well. But otherwise, I think the average runner for us, it's between 3 to 5 nodes as well. So I think we are fairly decentralized in that sense. Themselves, we also do not encourage people to buy more than 20 to run on a single device if they don't have to. Just one node is sufficient actually to run. If they want to scale it up, they can do more. There is no like specific protective kind of system that we have implemented. So, but for now we are, I would say, whale to average user ratio, it's quite solid as well. We have a lot of smaller whales running the nodes across different, and we can see that also from our map, Helium map as well. A lot of players from the different parts of the world who are running our nodes.
Okay, good. Okay, do you have any other questions for today?
I think if we do not stop now, we will never stop. So, guys, I believe that, yeah, Peter is also part of our Discord community, and now our moderators, our community managers are always monitoring your questions, guys, your concerns that you're addressing. So in any case, we'll be able to answer other questions in the mode of the live conversation later on. But yeah, for now, I believe let's wrap it up. Unless, Nelly, you have other questions, yeah?
Yeah, sorry. I just want to ask the final question, and then we will choose the winner, except, of course, excluding me from participation. So the question is, tell us, since right now we are doing SmartWhitelist, and on Monday we start IDO for KICK token. Of course, we have super smart community that dives into fundamental, that is not flipper mindset, that are not running into hype, and they love XProtocol. But at the end of the day, every person wants token not only for utility, but for future performance, right? And could you elaborate for our community and for your community and for every retail investor who will be watching this video, what is the potential for KICK token? What are prerequisites that will help its performance after listing?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our strategy to support KICK post-launch, I would say there are three elements. Actually, there are four. The fourth one I might have given the hint previously. The first one, it's the continuous growth, ecosystem growth. So expanding the utility through different partnerships within the DePIN entertainment sector, staking itself for different rewards. So we're launching the pools with the attractive rewards, working with potential market making structure as well, and so ensure there's sufficient liquidity, so the price is stable as well. And fourthly, as well, just continuously innovating things and expanding. I think if the project keeps building and expanding and growing itself, especially in this, actually in any business or any space, there's a good, and the market size is big enough for it from the in terms of the potential itself. There is this is how we are going to essentially sustain that growth as well. And there is also an underlying business that's underpinning it with the device sales, and there is a real world revenue. That's we are not a typical project. We have the underlying business underpinning our business with the revenue coming from devices for the devices as well. So the growth itself, a strong community, and the staking and working with adequate market making strategy, the market makers will be the key for our success.
And speaking about real world revenue, it will be distributed among token holders, or it will be used to buy back token?
Yeah, so we cannot explicitly say regarding the schedule, the buybacks or so, because there are certain securities laws that prevent us from doing so as well. But essentially, there will be a value accrual that will be coming from our, I would say, growth, revenue growth over time.
Okay.
As a project.
And the last moment about listing. Any hints, any plans about your listing strategy?
Yeah, so we are looking to list on the Texas and Texas. The Texas we are not able to disclose, but we are working. We got in touch with pretty much all the players out there, and we are in discussions, and we'll be announcing them closer to the listing date.
Okay, so obviously right now you can't mention any particular sex that you're going to list on, right?
Yeah, at the moment we cannot mention.
Okay, and guys, just a reminder for you. Of course, our community already knows that, but for newbies and for those who just joined our live stream or will watch it in recording, the actual token performance and project growth starts after listing, and it's not in the day or 2 days or weeks after listing when you should assess the performance of the token. You should assess the performance a little bit later, because that's just the start of the story of the true business development and not the end or the peak of it. So think about it yourself, because I noticed some people in Twitter and some platforms, they assess only the few hours after listing and then already make some conclusions regarding good performance, bad performance, or whatever. This is not, on my humble opinion, correct way. How do you approach the tokenized project and token performance? Agree, guys? Yep.
100%.
Right now, let's focus on the winners of the AMA session, because a lot of people sent us questions in advance in Discord chat, and others were participating in the live chat. So do you remember, Peter, what questions did you love the most?
Yeah, I like the question, the specific question about the benefits of L3 over the L2. First of all, I want to say all the questions were good. So it's very difficult to pick the best ones. So I have to choose, right? The three. So the question about L3 over L2 was.
It's the user OXLappy, and if you listen to us, OXLappy, please contact with our support team, or our support team will contact you in Discord to send to you 2,400 karma points for this question. Okay, next one.
The next one would be the specifications of the phone 4G and 5G. Was also a more technical question as well.
Yes, it was.
That's OXLappy as well. So
really?
yeah.
I should pick another one. There was a question on the partnership, right? As well. Is it also...
No, it's not the same user. It's already, the partnership was Yulk 127. Yeah, wonderful. We noted it. And who else?
And the benefits of holding the token.
The benefits of holding the token.
I think that was Dr. S.
Dr. S. Yes. Okay, so Dr. S, ULK 127, and OXLappy will receive 2,400 karma points from AlphaMind. And Peter, who of them? You said only one node, yeah? One user will get one node. So who it will be?
The first one.
The first one, OXLappy. So OXLappy, you are lucky today. You get both karma from AlphaMind, and you have one Xardian node from XProtocol from Peter directly. We will contact you and ensure that you will receive your prize. We will explain you how to claim it and so on and so forth, coordinating with XProtocol team. Peter, last message from you to the community, to anyone among supporters, early adopters, or just interested, curious people who will watch this video.
Sure. Yeah, so first of all, I would like to thank for the time that you took to learn about XForge and XProtocol and our vision for the future. And I'm very excited to have the support as we build a more accessible and community-driven Web3 ecosystem together. And yeah, let's make this launch in 2025 an epic year.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you, Peter. And of course, thank you everyone who joined us in the live stream, who will watch us, who will like this video. Don't forget to do it, guys. And who left their smart, interesting, curious questions that helped us to make this AMA session not only interesting, but also very, very useful. Because I think right now, even every newbie who never heard of XProtocol before can open this AMA session, can listen to Peter's answers and understand much more to make a thoughtful and prepared decision. Thanks so much, and best of luck, Peter, to XProtocol, to your team, to XForge, and I hope that in the next few years, more and more devices that we use will be with your logo.
Excited for it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, see you in the SmartWhitelist till the end of this week. Take